Hello, I'm your host Robin, and this is the very first video in our series on women in politics. This episode is focused on leadership. Today we will learn about leadership styles, how women lead, and why there are not more female leaders. The first thing to understand is that there are two kinds of leadership: transformative and transactional. Transactional leaders lead through a system of give and take. They motivate their followers by giving rewards for work well done and punishments for work done poorly. These kinds of leaders are very reactionary, and they attract followers by putting their own personal self-interest first. Transformative leaders, on the other hand, lead through charisma and team building. Transformative leaders focus on motivation and collaboration. They set goals and incentives for their followers and motivate through a shared vision. Their goal is to push their followers to perform to their highest ability so their followers can experience opportunities for personal and professional growth. Basically, transactional leaders sit on the top and work to push themselves further up, while transformative leaders flip it and put themselves in the bottom and work towards pushing everyone who works for them up. Now, before you start passing judgments for which style is superior, you need to understand something about these styles, and that neither of them is good or bad. Actually, both are really necessary. David Ingram puts why perfectly in his article on the two styles. Quotes, "Both leadership styles are needed for guiding an organization's success. Transactional leaders provide distinct advantages through their ability to address small operational details quickly. Transactional leaders handle all the details that come together to build a strong reputation in the marketplace, while keeping employees productive on the front line. Transformational leadership styles are crucial to the strategic development of a small business." End quote. Now, how does this relate to women in leadership? How do women lead? In Alice Igley's and Linda Carley's book, Through the Labyrinth, they found that women are generally more transformative, while men are generally more transactional. There are, of course, exceptions to this. 2016 Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton is actually one. She has shown both transformative and transactional qualities in her leadership. That's actually something that makes her so frustrating to people, because she doesn't fit into an easy box. Keeping in mind, though, that generally men are more transactional and women are more transformative, which is more appropriate for government? You could argue for one over the other, or you could argue for both. After all, our government goes through times of being a settled environment that's perfect for transactional leadership, but it also goes through turbulent times that would be perfect for transformative. There are times where America needs the capacity for planning and execution that transactional leaders have, but also times where America needs the capacity for innovation that transformative leaders have. Basically, both are good. So if both are good, why doesn't America elect more women into office? Especially since men and women both have a great capacity to lead. There are actually a variety of reasons. One is that our society has this stereotype of what a leader is supposed to be. Just think, what words pop into your head when you think the word leader? Strong, charismatic, a deep voice. Our assumptions for the qualities that leaders should hold just don't fit into our stereotypes of what women are like. Another reason why is actually simply because women don't run. Well, they do run, just not as much as men run. Did you know that women only make up 19.4% of the 535 seats in the United States Congress? That's not very reflective of our society. Women who could run are actually making the same assumptions about women and leadership that the rest of society is. Women also don't think they're qualified enough, even when in most cases female candidates for office are vastly more qualified than their male competitors. After all, they have to work twice as hard to get there. Women are also still more responsible for household tasks, such as childcare. They have more difficult time focusing their attention elsewhere because of societal expectations. Here are a bunch of Swiffer videos that emphasize this.
Air and dust.
Conversion achieved.
Note
And disposal glory.
So much stuff coming up. This is amazing.
Whoa.
Wow. Now I feel more like making a mess is part of growing up.
It's so easy.
Oh my.
I just washed this floor.
If I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it. It's in my heart. Good to see you cleaning.
Yeah, your generation has all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Also, women are much more likely to perceive the electoral environment as highly biased against female candidates, which they are actually right about. So, how do we get more women in government, especially if women aren't running? Well, you're watching this, aren't you? Encourage the women and girls in your life to explore the leaders that they are. Women are leaders. It doesn't matter if you're quiet. Don't you know that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is widely described as quiet? She's a Supreme Court justice. Have more confidence in the leader that you always have been inside. That's how we get more women to run, by teaching. By showing girls that this society is a society that will welcome how they lead and that what they have to say is important. Go run for Congress, nerds.
Dr. Corporate, approve memos, lead a workshop, remember birthdays, direct workflow, my own bathroom, micromanage, promote synergy.